How's it going, guys? Rhino here, and welcome to another video on my secondary channel talking about another stupid picture. Well, this is the first video on the new channel of us seeing a stupid picture, but basically I found this stupid picture on Twitter that I felt a burning desire to rant about and kind of debunk and tear apart, but I haven't been able to. I saw it like 2 weeks ago, actually, and so I'm just now getting around to doing it. But basically, here is what the message says. Slut is attacking women for the right to say yes. Friendzone is attacking women for the right to say no. And bitch is attacking women for the right to call you on it. So there's three statements made here. Three kind of claims, I guess. I have contentions with all three claims, but it varies based on the actual claim itself. So for the first one, slut is attacking women for the right to say yes. I mean, it's kind of right, but also it's looking at it. It's like, it's correct, but it's saying it in a way to add implications to it that's worse than make it sound like it's a worse thing than it actually is. Friendzone, I have a lot of shit to say about that. And bitch, you know, kind of. We'll get to that. And so we'll start with slut. Slut is attacking women for the right to say yes. Let me start off by saying that no one is attacking women's rights to say yes, no, maybe, hell no, anything like that, or to call them on it, or anything of that sort. Women's rights are not under attack currently. What this is about is slut is a word used to describe someone who is seen as sexual. Well, more sexually promiscuous than the average person, I guess. And oftentimes it has to do with the decisions they make, because a woman has a lot of control over who she sleeps with, and if she's making bad decisions about that you know, looks worse on her. There is biological reasoning, actually. I've seen videos on it. I'm not going to go into it here because I don't really care and actually disagree with this reasoning. But the biological reasoning says that there's actually reasoning for why women are looked down on when they sleep around, but men aren't. And so I'm not going to go into that. You could probably just search on YouTube to find the right place for that. But I disagree with that. I think anyone should be able to make whatever decisions they want. And I believe that we can describe, well, I've heard slut be described for both genders, so it's kind of funny that they say women in here. What's important is the fact that all it is it's just a descriptor. If you want to take it as an insult, go ahead and take it as an insult. It may be intended as an insult, but you don't need to take it as an insult. And it's definitely not an attack on your right to say yes. It's an attack on you saying yes so many times, so frequently. That's the attack. You see, that's what I mean by they add these implications to it. I mean, yeah, it's true, but you're just making it sound worse the way you're saying it. Like, here's my personal opinion on the issue. I believe slut should be able to be used to describe anyone who is seen as sexual. I don't think it should have negative connotations at all. Like, say, oh, yeah, I'm a slut, or hey, that person's a slut. But that's not insulting. It just means, oh, that person is sexual. So what? That's my personal opinion. And honestly, it boils down to the fact that you need to not worry about what other people think of you. If someone calls you a slut, just be like, oh yeah, I'm a slut. Wear it on your sleeve. Or if you're not and you don't like it, but you're not offended by it, don't get offended by it. Just say, oh no, I'm not. I'm really not sexual or anything like that. You can't let other people. You can't worry so much about what other people think of you. It looks bad to freak out about something like this. I've been called tons of names. Namely fag. I've been called fag multiple times, and guess what? It doesn't bother me, because there shouldn't be a negative implication or a negative connotation for the word fag. There shouldn't be a negative connotation for the word slut. So just don't take it as an insult. Just wear it on your sleeve or deny it. That's it. Friendzone is attacking women for the right to say no. That is unbelievably false. No one complains about the friendzone except for in one specific scenario. Friendzone, by the way, is more of an attack on women making terrible decisions, or at least making bad decisions and then complaining about making bad decisions. What I mean is this. So most often, when someone's complaining about the friend zone, what happens is there's a girl that they like. That girl likes them as a friend, and that person who's in the friend zone is a very awesome person. They're very nice, and they are the pinnacle of what a girl would want in a guy. But that girl that they're friends with, that they like, happens to go for douchebags all the time, which is fine. She's well within her right to do so. No one is trying to say she can't go for those douchebags. But when she continuously goes for those douchebags and then keeps getting hurt and complains about men being douchebags, then there's a problem. That's when people complain about the friend zone. Because the person who will literally, I mean, you made a decision and you're complaining about that decision, even though the correct decision was really obvious and right there, but you decided to go with this other person who was pretty clearly a douchebag, and that's what draws this complaint about the friend zone. It's not just about guys not getting laid. Oftentimes, friend zone is used to describe times where people want to get in a relationship, not just sleep with someone. And it's literally based on the fact that women, not all women, but a lot of women will go for these douchebags, complain about it, saying, "Oh, all men are pigs, all men are assholes," when it's just a finite group of people that are the assholes, and they're just like the ones who are really attractive and really outgoing. So women are naturally attracted to them. Actually, biologically, women are naturally attracted to assholes because they exhibit traits of leadership and strength and stuff like that. That's a whole other story. Then you complain, "Oh, why can't I find the right guy? Why can't I find a nice guy?" Sometimes even saying, "Why can't I find a nice guy like you," even though that person is a nice guy like that. But once again, no one is attacking women for the right to say no. No one's trying to take that away. Can't say no one. Any sane person isn't. There's no systematic attack on women's rights here. It's, I mean, maybe a couple assholes who are just like, "Oh, well, I want to have sex with you, so you should say yes," or something like that. But that's not friend. No one says friend zone in that case. They just say, "Oh, you're being a prude." I guess you could substitute prude in there, and then it would make a little bit more sense. Friend zone was a terrible placement in there because it has nothing to do with the right to say no. It has to do with stupid decisions that are being made. I mean, I want to make a comparison real quick. Let's say, for example, that I'm unemployed and I get 2 job offers. One job offer pays really well. It has great benefits, great hours, great flexibility, and the people who I work with are just, really friendly people and really, really good people. The second job pays a quarter as much, has terrible hours, no flexibility whatsoever. The environment in which you work is unsatisfactory, and there's no room for advancement or anything like that. And you know quite clearly that job number 2 is a bad decision, but it's more fun. So you decide to go with the bad decision. So I decide I have the 2 job opportunities. I take job number 2. Well, then I can't complain about it to job number 1. Well, I can't complain about it to anyone because I'm the one who literally made that decision going in knowing that it was going to be a stupid decision, or at least that I would regret it personally. Some people may like that. And some women do. Like there are women who like assholes and that's who they want to be with and they don't complain about it. That's perfectly fine. No one's trying to take that away from you. But it's the ones who complain about it that do. You cannot complain about your own personal decision if it was clear that you shouldn't have made that decision in the first place. Now onto the third part. And bitch is attacking women for the right to call you on it. Bitch is attacking anybody, because once again, this is not a gendered thing. I've heard both genders be called a bitch, and I've heard both genders be told they're bitching. Bitching is a description of an action, not a gender. I mean, yeah, it is. It's a description of an action, not a gender. Like you can say a guy is being a bitch, and it's not saying he's being a girl. It's saying he's being emotional. It's saying he's being he's complaining a lot about nothing. Like you can all the descriptors of the word bitch can apply to either gender. There's no attack on women here. And I wouldn't describe the person who's calling us on these attacks a bitch. I would just call them a moron because they have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. And like the only people I describe as bitch are the people who are, what I described before, people who are just acting overly emotional or complaining about something too much or just like acting like they're in a bad mood. That's a bitchy mood, and it's either gender. It has nothing to do with attacking women's rights. I'm sorry. I just wanted to rant about that picture. I want to know in the description, in the comments. I always say description. I want to know in the comments below what you guys personally think of this picture. What would your responses be to this? And also, what are your responses to me? So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.